as a number 9.
I think it's so interesting when we're talking about all the entertainment of Brazil. This is a Croatia team you can't underestimate because, like in 2018, they know how to get it done.
The teams are out slightly early. They're obviously as excited as we are. It's Croatia against Brazil. A place in the semi-finals of the World Cup is up for grabs. Commentary from Jermaine Genus and, first of all, afternoon to Guy Mowbray.
Good afternoon, Mark. Good afternoon, everyone. We've got a winter warmer on the way. A small nation with the big hearts and an impressive World Cup record. Now let's get down to business. For Croatia, it's penalty-saving star Dominik Livaković in goal, with a return at left-back for Borna Sosa after feeling the effects of illness. It's Rangers' Borna Barisic who drops out. The usual experienced midfield trio with Marcelo Brozovic, the runner-in-chief. Nobody's covered more ground at this tournament. Then it's Mario Pasalic, who's been brought in on the right of attack.
And a Croatian side that you feel it is growing into the competition when it really matters.
They know how to get it done, however long it takes. Croatia's goal is to reach a third World Cup semi-final, whilst Brazil eye a ninth. And to do that, they have to stop a run of 5 successive defeats to European opposition in World Cup knockout games. United earlier this year. Vinicius Junior again, given time to receive and to have another go, which he does. Watched all the way by Livaković.
Yeah, easy enough for Livaković to save. Just kind of opened up for him, asking for a shot, didn't quite get hold of it.
Because Qatar has lost the ball to Kovacic. And the driving run of the Chelsea man is brought to a crashing end.
Yeah, it's really good though from Croatia. Quite happy to press high up the pitch. Just waiting for that moment where...
Lovren uses him now. Modric. Came Richarlison to challenge, and Modric was already committed to raising his leg high. Didn't really see the best of Luka Modric in the round of 16. The penalties winning, everything under control, and Alisson goes quickly out to the feet of Casemiro, who wasn't quick enough. Modric was there. Modric has a lot to think about here. It's the right choice to chip in. Nobody there, though. Kept in by Neymar, and now it's Brazil's ball.
Well, they're off it, though, Brazil. Just need to win.
Neymar. Vinicius Junior lining it up. Took the other option that time. Petković. Juranović is getting up a good head of steam here. Pasalic. It's a really dangerous ball. Two had a chance. Juranović was the first in line, and Perisic came in behind him, and neither could make proper contact.
Well, it's brilliant from Juranović, driving from right back.
It's well over Rafinha. That could have been left. Lovren decided he couldn't. That was Casemiro, and it was deflected, and it will be a Brazil corner. And Brazil look as though they're coming.
No, Lovren saying it. I didn't hear a shout.
Nicely worked, brilliantly played. What a good block it was from Guardiola. He, again, is Brazil's most dangerous player. Neymar wants to be. And Neymar goes in to dig out a shot, but it was as much of a pass into the gloves of Livaković.
Well, they've just got so much talent. So many people to choose from when it comes to opening.
Kovacic, able to keep his balance. Juranović. Boot to it. Was the boot raised high by Danilo? I think it probably was. Yeah. In fact, the card's out already.
It's definitely a dangerous play. Juranović, always a willing...
Brozovic, free kick given. Oliver will not be argued with. It's Kovacic who's wanting a word, and Neymar with a little chunk to two. Petković is going to swing towards Alisson rather than Perisic, which he's done. Perisic went for the early one.
Don't blame him though. He's got that. I have to say, Juranovic down this right-hand side has been brilliant. He's had a great half an hour for the Croatians.
Danilo. Neymar through the legs of Brozovic, who then hold him back. He'll get the next card.
It's silly for Brozovic, that.
It's got to be Neymar. It took a little touch, I think, off the centre of that wall, and Livakovic was more than ready for it. Maybe they needed a Roberto Carlos special from years gone by.
Yeah, simply enough, as you said, it's a slight deflection. I think off the wall.
Neymar. Petković did his duty. Switched on in time to do it again. And that'll be a free kick. Down goes Vinicius Junior.
Well, they're pointing at Brozovic. He's on the yellow already. It's really good from Vinicius Junior, though.
I found it fascinating.
Yeah, it's poised. And you can understand why there's such a standoff, but as it stands right now, Croatia's style of play and way of playing is getting the better of the game.
Well, it's only halfway, and it might not even be that. 7 of Croatia's last 8 knockout games at the World Cup and Euros have gone to extra time. And when they do, they usually prevail. Brazil have got to do quite a bit more. Croatia are doing just fine. Half-time, it's Croatia 0, Brazil 0. Manchester United colleague Casemiro. He didn't from the start, and he isn't from the start of the second half, but that was part of our half-time chat. Whether Brazil do need to do something to stop Croatia winning that midfield battle. Will Neymar be pushed a little higher up in support of Richarlison? Will Brazil find their foot on the face of Juranovic, but he needn't worry any longer,
Thankfully. It's not the kind of handballs you want to see given.
It was over his shoulder, he knew nothing of it whatsoever.
No, correct.
Here's Rafinha. Eder Militao across, Livakovic had to react. Guardiola was very close to turning that into his own net inadvertently.
Well, he had to make a challenge, Guardiola. Didn't know what was behind him. Between him and Petković, the keeper, he's done really well.
Neymar loses that to Juranovic. Here's Vinicius Junior, and this is Neymar. What a good tackle, but there's a real mix-up to follow. Livakovic to the rescue. Flag to the rescue too. Michael Oliver wants a quick word with 1 or 2.
Well, it's complete panic for
Richarlison. Here's Neymar. And there was Livakovic. Vinicius Junior tries to keep it all going for Brazil.
He's had their 2 biggest chances in this game, Neymar.
That's where it's going. It's Perisic in the middle. Turned across by Kramaric. Flag up for offside. Scamper. He's made his way into the box, where Perisic was already lying in wait. Perisic with the ball in, it was too high. The timing was so nearly right.
Yeah, it was close. I think it's Pulisic on that right-hand side.
Lucas Paquetá. Eder Militao. Lovren balanced enough to get the ball away. See by the next. Anthony. Richarlison gets there. And there for Croatia was Dejan Lovren. this will just start to have a little bit more heat in it now, this game.
Better from Brazil. A bit more, a lot of possession, thinking you're in control.
It's Kovacic. That's Perisic. It's nice and easy for Alisson.
He's out quick on him, just blocking down the angle.
Neymar corner, flicked across. There's another moment of just booted away. Almost Petković who did that. Rodrigo. This is the ball to his hero, Neymar, who's been pulled there by Brozovic. Now, Brozovic was yellow carded for... Nearly falls for Lucas Paquetá, it does now, but Livakovic has been up to everything that's come his way. His reactions have been razor sharp.
Yeah, he gets out really quick here. There's another fortunate one though, little deflection here, I think, just plays it into the...
Rodrigo. Casemiro's ball in for Richarlison. He was under significant pressure from Guardiola. That was about as good as he could have done.
Yeah, well, he's capable. He'll take some header from there.
Rodrigo. Richarlison. Neymar! Look who's there again, rushing from his line at exactly the right moment.
Yeah, much more difficult chance this one. And it's because of him, Livakovic, again, getting off his line, cutting down the angle.
Taking on Sosa, and again. Bundled over. Game goes on with Casemiro. And he's picked out Rodrigo. And it's Lucas Paquetá, and it was straight at Livakovic.
Good play though. Beautiful bit of skill down this right-hand side from Anthony. Pops it through the legs here.
Nicely collected by Rodrigo. He's been bundled over by Luka Modric. The referee thought about it, and the Brazil fans were urging him to... Nobody being named after anybody in this game yet. Croatia free kick. Another Brazil change. Here's Anthony. Anthony's layoff. And another chance, and it's straight wide. It's going to be a corner, it's deflected wide from Eder Militao. The 4th minute of additional time. And this is Anthony. And it was Livakovic watching it oh so carefully into his clutches.
Yeah, didn't get anything on that, Anthony. Seen him score those types of goals during his time in club football, but not today.
It's going to extra time. It might go to penalties, at which he excelled in the last round against Japan. We should know, when it's Croatia, it's not a 90-minute football match. You have to dig in. What's like Dalic's team usually has. More resilience, game management. Just whether there's a little bit of extra tiredness for this one this evening. No further changes made by Dalic nor Chite. Should have known this was coming. Both of these sides devilishly difficult to beat. Brazil have only lost one of their last 19 games. That was against Rodrigo. It's a good-looking ball in. Not resulted in anything positive for Brazil, but it needed attacking, it needed a gamble.
It did, but there's some really good defending here as well from Sosa at the back post. Watch him. He just tracks the run of Paquetá. He's tucked inside. Spots the run for Paquetá, just guides him out of the way.
Neymar to put it over. That was Pedro. Lucas Paquetá. That's going to be a free kick for Croatia, and a little glare from Michael Oliver in Neymar's direction. So a couple of half chances played in on the left of the 6-yard box to try and get that record equaling next goal for his goal. Taking it past the next man too, Modric. And winning a throw.
Look at that. Modric covering, Petković chasing, Perisic following in. So someone like Perisic.
There's the chance there for something pretty special, but I think there was a slip. Just as Pedro tried to make the most of it, he lost his footing.
Yeah, he did.
Modric. Kovacic. It's a really useful run. Club mate Thiago Silva stopped him in the air. He doesn't move brilliantly. Oh, he's done brilliantly! What about that from Petković? Plays it across, and it's over the top. What a chance for Brozovic after some brilliant work by the substitute centre-forward.
Well, it looked like he was going nowhere, and he just rolls it 1-3.
Neymar. Rodrigo returns it. Neymar, they're walking their way through. Neymar! That's what we've been waiting for! Something very special indeed. Brazil's number 10, Neymar.
Finally, one of the best players in the world turns up in this game. What a goal that is by Neymar. He's got one thing in his mind: I'm driving right through the heart of you. The composure at the end to go by the keeper. And he just sticks it.
The one thing we do know is Croatia can play. But they'll have to play going the other way after a moment's break, because it's half-time in extra time. And finally, the match lit up by the magical number 10 Neymar. Croatia 0, Brazil 1. 2 Brazil changes. What they've got is a chance to manage the game now. Alexandro is on. Fred has come on. And they've taken over from Eder Militao and Lucas Paquetá. And what that means is that Danilo will go to right back and Alexandro to his customary left-sided position. There's been a Croatia change as well. Lovro Majer has come on to try and lead a charge from midfield in place of Mateo Kovacic, who presumably couldn't run anymore. 1-0 Brazil, 15 minutes to go.
I still can't get over that goal.
Perisic. It's a lovely looking cross. Wasn't far away from being perfect. That's Rodrigo. This is Modric. There was Casemiro, but he's only helped it onto a Croatian player. And that'll be helped onto Oršić by Vlasic. They've got 3 to aim for. Oršić pulls it across. 1-1! It's been buried by Petković. Brazil were all but celebrating victory. But Croatia are never, ever done.
Well, they just don't go away, this team. They've got spirit, they've got fight, and they've got quality. They kept this ball alive. And let's look at Petković in the middle of the box there.
We say earlier, they haven't been beaten in 5 of the last 6 World Cup games when they've conceded the first goal. Doesn't matter when it comes, they always have something by way of reply.
Brazil just didn't manage the transition in midfield well enough.
Neymar's been the hero once. What has he got here? In from Neymar. It's not away yet. And there is a chance, and Livaković is ready for it. Fred, free kick Croatia. How good does he continue to be?
Yeah, I mean, he should save it. It's right at him. But he's there.
Modric leaves it. Maya takes it on and fancies his chances, but Alisson knows that he's going wide and he's saving his energy for the effort that he's going to have to put in shortly. It's not done yet. There's Anthony. Stopped by Guardiola. And fouled by Perisic.
And these two have been at it. It's a poor free kick to give away at this time of the game from Perisic. He's got to stay on his feet there, be smarter. Anthony's loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Livaković goes long, and that will do it for the 120 minutes plus. It's another one involving Croatia that's going to be sorted by a penalty shootout. Neymar and co thought they'd won it. They had Croatia at checkmate. But this bunch of checkmates is a band of brothers that's never beaten. 1-1 at full time. Plenty of fun to come.
Well, that was fun, and as Guy says, there's plenty more fun to come in just a few minutes. That was Jürgen, a very entertaining 30 minutes.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it really kind of got heated up. I mean, beautiful goal, obviously, by Neymar. And then we all thought game over. We all thought that's it, you know. And there's always a moment, obviously, if the goalkeeper reacts a bit too early, commits too early in a corner, then you can still change. Meanwhile, you kind of are about to hit the ball, but you've got to have a plan, definitely.
I mean, the other thing in all of this, Micah, we're talking about
penalty shootouts at World Cups. Croatia are 3 out of 3. Vlasic, once at Everton, against Alisson, very much of Liverpool. Vlasic scores, and emphatically so.
Very good penalty. You can tell he'd made his mind up.
Rodrigo, only 21 years old. He's already wrapped up a few good games for Real Madrid, some very good games. How are his nerves? It's a Neymar-style approach. But it's a save from Livaković, who's at it again for Croatia. He saved the first 2 against Japan, 1 out of 1 now against Brazil. Maya, left-footed. And Maya scores, and he went down the middle too. Really must score to make sure this doesn't run away from his nation. And Casemiro does score. 2-1 Croatia after 2 kicks each.
But it had to be a good one.
All of those years in the game, all of those accolades. Now a pressure penalty. What pressure! What pressure on Luka Modric's shoulders. He showed no signs of any international newcomer. And he scores. Up to the task. Brazil still in this. But he's taken Croatia to the brink of the World Cup semi. Marquinhos has to beat Livaković or Brazil are out of the World Cup. And he hasn't done it! Croatia have yet again! They truly are a footballing miracle! Neymar left high and dry. Little bit reminiscent of Mo Salah for Egypt against Senegal in the Africa Cup of Nations final. You surely don't leave your main man till last. The main man for Croatia has been Dominic Livaković again. saving the first spot kick from Rodrigo that set the tone. But Croatia, from the penalty mark, are dead-eye perfect. What a story, Jermaine.